And I had the honor of talking with the widow of Dr. Preston Phillips for her first television interview.
I can't imagine the year it's been for her. How's she holding up?
She says it's still really difficult to understand what happened, but she says all of the support gives her strength.
This is one of the last pictures Melody Phillips took with her husband, Dr. Preston Phillips. They had just celebrated her birthday in Portugal.
As a husband, just very considerate, very busy, but always very considerate of me and our time together and making that a priority when he could.
Melody says she met the man she calls a gentle giant when they were both undergraduate students at Emory University in Atlanta. They later married while he was at Harvard Medical School and went on to have 3 children.
He was overjoyed to become a dad. It meant so much to him.
How would he be described as a friend and as a doctor?
Preston as a friend, when you become his friend, you become his family. So we have so many extended family members that are friends that we, are very close to. Some former patients, as a matter of fact. And that kind of leads into his role as a physician too, because he made sure that he gave each patient that personal attention.
That's one of the reasons it came as such a shock that one of his patients would enter the Natalie building carrying out the shooting that took the lives of William Love, who was there for an appointment for his wife, Amanda Glenn, who worked in the office, Dr. Stephanie Hewson, who also treated patients in the same clinic, and Dr. Phillips.
How were you notified about what happened that day?
I was actually in Atlanta. I'm from Georgia. My older sister had knee surgery. I had promised to come out and help her after her surgery. I had a friend call me to ask if Preston was okay, that there was something happening, something going on the St. Francis campus. Her husband's a physician also. And of course, I had no idea. I called him and he didn't answer. And then I started getting phone calls from different friends checking in to make sure that he was okay.
Melody learned he wasn't okay, that he did not survive. She got back to Tulsa that night and let their kids know too so they could come back home as well. She says the heartache was unbearable. And every time she hears of another mass shooting, she relives her nightmare.
My heart jumps because I know that someone is not coming home. A family is having to deal and process with that knowledge that they've lost someone in such a sudden, instant, and tragic way.
1 year later, she tries not to focus on the pain of her loss, but on the purpose of her husband's life. She started wearing his wedding ring on her necklace.
Do you feel closer to him when you have that on?
I do.
Yeah.
And she's touched by all the organizations honoring her husband, including local tennis leagues where he was a friendly yet fierce competitor, the John Hope Franklin Center for Reconciliation, where he served on the board, and the American Orthopedic Association, recognizing him as a pillar in their medical field, mentoring others and improving lives during medical mission trips to Africa.
His impact is all over the world. It's not just here in the States. Everywhere he went, he touched lives, and I'm just honored and humbled by the recognition that he's gotten, and thankful too. I'm thankful to those organizations and people around the world that have reached out to me and that loved him, because I know that his work meant something, and it was a job well done. And I'm proud of that, and my kids are proud of it as well.